Uh, Hi, everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining this Acts of Kindness knowledge series. Just for your information, Acts of Kindness is a support group that we have created, an informal group where we support people who require material, monetary, and other type of support. It is more on a voluntary basis. And we are going to quickly share 1.5 minutes video about the kind of work that we do. And you are most welcome to join the group and contribute to the to members and to people who are needed that. Yeah.
Hi all, Namaste. We have created a support group called Acts of Kindness. Our purpose is to encourage aspect of giving and support acts of kindness, where like-minded people like you and me exchange information to support people around us and share this work with individuals and groups. We have focus and plans to work in various areas like food and water, literacy, health and nutrition, essential supply during natural disasters, social support, environment, and entrepreneurial support. We have created structure to support and governance to ensure clarity and transparency. We have supported various projects so far in the areas of medical checkup camps, school infrastructure, and education. Upcoming projects include computer donation, medical support for old age homes, medical checkup camps, knowledge seminars on various topics, and online yoga and meditation classes. You and your family members can join us to support this work of acts of kindness by scanning and joining our WhatsApp and Telegram groups.
Thanks all. So am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me quickly introduce today's speaker, Jayaprakasan Narayan. Welcome to the Acts of Kindness knowledge series sessions, JP. Just to quickly tell about JP, JP is a architecture graduate, for 20-25 years now, and he has worked in various organizations and various projects. And as an architecture professional, he has worked on seismic building houses in a seismic areas and also low-cost housing and things like that. And he got in touch with this space healing bioenergy science nearly around 8 years back. And since then he is studying, and for the last 6 years he's been in this across for various people and across locations, across areas. So today JP is going to speak about the space healing with bioenergy science. So we always try to bring new areas, new topics every week. As part of that, this is another topic that JP is going to cover today. So JP, welcome to Acts of Kindness Knowledge series once again. Over to you. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for allowing me to give a presentation on the work which I am practicing now.
It's our pleasure. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I can share the screen, right, sir? Host disabled. So can you give me access for sharing the screen?
Sure. We'll get an access.
Please try again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are able to see the PPT, and If any questions, you can type in the chat box. Otherwise, you can take it towards the end. There is going to be 10-15 minutes for the question and answer session, and you can take it up during that time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We will do it at
Thanks,
the
sir.
end. So maybe they can note
Sure.
down the things.
Correct. Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Namaste. I am Jayaprakasan Narayan. I am an architect, bioenergy consultant. Today, I will be talking more about the space healing with bioenergy science. And yeah, there will be an introduction. There will be a discussion about radiations, how it is natural and man-made radiations affect the bioenergy science in a space, and how to heal the space. So there are two parts in it. I'll be moving on to the part two because the details are too much. Whichever we are practicing in a day-to-day life, we will cover it in that session. So here, bioenergy science, what we generally search in Google is not the one which we are searching for. It is, this deals with the earth and cosmic radiations, which actually creates the life energy in us. It is actually the prana shakti, which we talk about. So this prana shakti, which we say mostly in the human body and other things, but it is there in the site also, in the space where we live, in the 3D volume where we live. So all the space, all the site is bubbling with an energy, and that energy is transferred upon the human being. And this has been researched for more than 50 years now in the topic named as geobiology, and it is being taught in Germany. And many scientists have learned it. My Guruji, Prabhat Padar, and Mayank Barjatia ji, they have learned from there, and I have studied from them on this subject. This subject, we check the space radiations, vibrations through instruments. So there are a lot of ancient instruments also, like the one which we see is a pendulum. Generally, which we see is a pendulum in available in market. But there are other advanced instruments which we call as Lecker antennas. On the right side, if you see, there are antennas. We use all these antennas to check the earth and cosmic radiations. Earth radiations are nothing but the radiations like water, underground water lines, magnetic grids, underground mineral radiations like that. Cosmic radiations are the radiations from sky, all the planetary and other things. And these has been registered by our ancient people also, and made their lifestyle according to them. So in India, if we see how is the ancient people termed this, it is termed in the name of Vastu. So present day Vastu, if you consider, it is just a percentage of what it has explained over there. Vastu nowadays, if I go and ask, it is only the southeast kitchen and southwest bedroom which they are saying. No, but this is more than that. It is bringing prana shakti into a space. If the space is in harmony with the people around and the land around, that is a proper Vastu site. That is a proper Vastu in the space there, but which is not practiced now there. So we will see how it is affecting. Radiations. There are actually two types of energy flow in Earth, which we see, as you say, as clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise and anti-clockwise, we can see it in the earthen hemisphere. Like it is caused due to Coriolis force, which we have learnt in physics. Because of the Earth's spin, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere will have a different flow of energy. We would have seen in the geography book the flow of radiation, the lines which they have shown for the water currents and other things. We would have wondered why it is shown like that. It is because of the Coriolis effect, where in the equator, the radiation changes, the pattern, energy pattern changes. Similar energy pattern is there in each and every site. When the site slope changes, if suppose the north slope is, if a site has a northern side slope and a southern side slope, both the sides will have a different energy pattern, earth energy pattern, and your house or your structure where it is built, accordingly the energy spin inside the structure will change. This is the first thing which we have to note down. The second one is the magnetic radiations, electromagnetic radiations, which is coming from the cosmos. Our Earth has the North Pole, South Pole, there is a magnetic grid flowing, and accordingly, human body also has the magnetic spin happening around. This has a major effect on our health and our thinking pattern over there. So this is the radiation which it is affecting, which Vastu has shown us in a subtle way over there. And the third one is the Earth's natural grids, the magnetic flow which we are talking about. Those magnetic grids are in different forms. It is like coming from North Pole to South Pole, there are like many grids like Hartmann, Curry, ley lines, and all named after the scientists who had found it. They are all varying in different distances. So some might vary from 2.5 meters center to center, some will be around 6 meters center to center, some are 4.5 meters center to center. So these are all the earthen grids which is running continuously, and based on their intensity, and they will have an effect on our health, on the space health. This we have checked in our traditional architectural science, and in our architectural science, most of the places which you have seen is all the grid pattern design. So this is all designed based out of these major grids, principal grids, and normal grids. These are the grids available in Earth. And our traditional people, traditional architects have designed all the buildings, all the space according to these magnetic grid lines. So it's a bigger science. We can take it up as a different chapter later. And the other Earth radiations which we have is now is a man-made radiation. The all three which we saw is a natural one. Others now which I'm going to tell is a man-made one. We have done a lot of puncturing across Earth. We are doing left and right borewells across all the sites, which has created a lot of cracks within the Earth. We have created pile foundations. We have created underground tunnels, underground metro stations, everything which we have done. It has destructed the Earth's crust. And what is happening? There are a lot of fissures which is happening through which underground gas leaks. So those underground energies are affecting the health of the people who are above. We are not able to see them, but the frequencies we can measure it. Accordingly, that is below Earth. Above Earth, we have kept the Earth now with a lot of high tension lines, mobile towers, etc., etc., all which emit radiations from gamma radiations, radioactive radiations, X-rays, everything which it is emitting it out. We are not able to see, but our cellular radiations absorb them and have an impact on the health of the body. Health, which I am talking, is not only physical health, but our mental, emotional, and spiritual health. So these are the things which are the radiations which we are talking. Apart from that, these man-made radiations in the current generation, there are other radiations which is from long time is drishti, morphogenic radiations. We think negative. We think negative of ourselves. We think negative of other person, and we feel jealous of other persons. All these negative emotions start impacting others, and the same time it starts impacting the site where we live in, where we have generated that energy. So there are a lot of chords which we generally do connect. In healing science, we generally learn about these chords. When we start thinking of a person and we start thinking positive, we are giving them light energy. But when we are thinking negative one, we are connecting a chord, we are draining their energy, and in terms we are draining our own energy also. This kind of chords we have found in a lot of sites, and these sites, when I may not be connected to the site, I might have gone as a rental person to that site, but that site is already connected with these chords. So what happens? Those energies, I am engulfed in those energies, and it causes health imbalances. So how to get out of it is the question which a lot of the people have in mind. So in architectural science, in architectural science, Vastu, what in Indian traditional things which we have, we do it with planning in a grid pattern according to the Earth's radiation, which we saw in the initial things. There are different planning patterns which we have used, and there is a space 5 elements Panchabhuta Tattva, which we use it in the design. Panchabhuta Tattva, northeast is the water element, southeast is for the fire element, southwest earth, and northwest air element. Center becomes a space. And this 5 elements has an impact on the body, on the emotional level, on the mental level. And if there is a problem in any one of the direction, it will have an impact on the body. Like if there is a problem in the air element, it has a mental effect. Earth element will have an impact on our vital element, like emotional element. Fire zone is a problem, we will have an impact on the physical, and water element on the psychic axis of our human body. So this was also hierarchically, they had given us a data protocols, how to follow it, which we will see it in the future one. There is a form which Vastu tells. Each form we need to practice so that the space vibrates positive. We followed a courtyard design in the previous years. Nowadays, because of modernization and the space crunch, we don't use this courtyard, but at least follow the principle. What happens in the courtyard, we can make the space healthier. Directional energies. Directional energies, each direction, east, north, south, west, all are directions, all are good directions. But each direction gives out certain characters in us. East facing house, yes, education, knowledge, research, those are the characters which the people inside the house will have. North facing house, business activity, those kind of characters will happen to them. It is nothing but the directional quality starts influencing the people in that area. So west facing, if you see, it is like an army. It is all like Josh, police, for a navy, air force, like that kind of a thing, who are into the field of protection. And for the south, it is a balancing both material and spiritual, who are, it is a good administrative place there. These are some of the directional qualities. We can see it in detail later part. And then one more thing in Vastu is the dimensions. Each person's dimension will vary, and each person's house has to be designed based out of his own dimensions. His own dimensions, I mean, it is a master whose dimensions we need to take. His angula, his foot size has to be taken, and there is a formula for each and every room and each and every space. Those formulas, when we apply it, we get a healthy space. This is what is taught in Vastu. But nowadays, because of modern planning principles and cost constraints, all these things, we are not able to follow this. But yes, there are certain other rules also in Vastu, which says that if at all you follow at least some of the basics, we can make the space much more healthier. So these 5 things, we can see it at the end of thing. Again, I will come back to it. I'll go to the part 2. How to activate a space with elements. We normally activate a space. First thing which comes to our mind is Agni. We do Homa, anything when we start activating, we light a lamp and start doing. Why is a Homa done? Why is it done on a proper Vastu day? Why is time given an importance? Why is Bhumi Puja done on one particular day, based out of his horoscope or something else? This we have researched it across India. My seniors, we have researched in India at the same time, different locations, but on the Vastu day. We have found that at the Vastu time, which specifies there is like 18 minutes at the end of the Vastu time there, which is a very good time, even though the house is not corrected, not designed as per Vastu or whatever is there. The earth energies and cosmic energies are positive at that moment. So what is happening at that moment, whenever you are starting doing a puja or something, you are starting up a fresh thing with the right energies. All the things happening next will be right. It is something like you are putting the seed on the right day, right time, with the right environment. So you need the right environment. So we start the Agni on that right day, Homa, so that all the projects are running good. Nowadays, we find it very less happening. And the other one, which we can activate, the house is already ready or existing place, existing site. There is one more thing which activates is Agnihotra. With the fire element, you can always activate it. It balances the circadian rhythm of a space, day in and day out. Morning Agnihotra and evening Agnihotra, the 12-hour cycle will always keep your space much more healthier. It actually removes the static electricity and increases the anions in a space. And Agnihotra, doing it at a farmland, increases the soil's fertility out there, and it increases the brain cell activities and removes mental stress. We practice Agnihotra and we use the Agnihotra ash also for healing. There is a lot of research happening and a lot of groups. We can always practice Agnihotra. Any person, any religion, any age group, any gender can practice Agnihotra. This is a very good thing. Please practice. Next one. Next, after the Agni is the Tirtha, water element, which we use it for cleansing a space. And this water, it is a very simple experiment which we can always do at home. Take some water in hand, just sprinkle it around in the corners of the house. You will see wonders happening. And this Dr. Emoto had researched it with water in his life, and he has found that water has memory, and you can change the water's memory with positive emotions, positive radiations. He has taken gutter waters and then written loving words around the bottle, around that, frozen that, and found that the water molecules have changed its shape. It has you can see the images. The bottom ones are disturbed waters, but when they have been charged, it has changed into positive shapes, and which has an impact on our cellular level. So this is the Tirtha water which we normally get in temples and also during puja. So a simple thing to activate at home is just take some water, bless the water with whatever you need. You need health, you need wealth or harmony in the house. Just bless it and then sprinkle the water on all the four corners, top corners, with a similar intent. You can sprinkle it in all the rooms, all corners daily. Do it. You will find a miracle happening within 21 days. This, I have tried it. All the activation method which I am going to talk, I have tried it and I have seen a very good result on it. Next is with the earth element. There is a simple method which we can always activate a space. We find the space energy dull, people like sleeping always over there, or maybe not having a healthy environment. If at all you feel it, keep salt ball in the corners of a space. So how it has to be kept? In each four corners in the bottom, just take a bowl of salt and keep it in the four corners. It has to be kept for 3 days. Remove it on the 4th day, put it on a running water, and again do it, repeat it. Keep one bowl in the corners, each corner, and then let it there for 3 days and again remove it. So it is a 3-time cycle. It is something like it is cleansing the space first, and then it is harmonizing the space on the second cycle, and on the third cycle it is energizing the space. This is a very simple method with salt, crystal salt, and crystal salt has the property of absorbing all the static electricity in the space and giving out anions, negative ions, which actually helps generating your cellular level. Okay. So that is one thing. And the next one element which we get to see as a site is a sick building, a house which is lying there for a long time unused, or a site which is not used, haunted house type of things. There is one remedy which my one of my friend, healer friend Raghu had suggested for one of our site, and it worked miracle. People were not coming to work, even though people coming to work, they ran away after 2 days, like that. He suggested this and the contractor was very happy. The next visit when we did after a week, people were all working. A lot of people came in, carpenter came in, electrician came in, and the masons were working in one corner of it. Was all full, bubbling with energy, the space. Simple. Pachakarpuram is one thing, and then crystal salt, turmeric, pepper. You need to take the pepper and then grind it at site or at a convenient place, and then with gomutra. So mix all these 4 earth elements Mix it, use Gomutra to make it much more liquid, and then sprinkle it. Sprinkle it across the building, across the site for 7 days or 21 days or 48 days. You will see miracles happening within these times, because you are actually churning the energy over there. You are removing the negative energy in that site. Negative energy, if I tell, it is more of static. So the earth energy might have static energy in that. There might be underground sewerage lines, underground fissures, which is there. So which might have created underground knots, like two water grids which meets together, emits a lot of frequencies from under the earth. So that might be a problem. Or some cases there might be some kind of a burial happened in the past, or some kind of a fight happened in that site. So this actually helps change the space energy. Try. Another one space activation method which we follow here is a sound. We use singing bowls to activate a sick building, and the bells, which is a traditional practice when we do in all puja. Using bells daily at home during the puja always changes the energy in the space. And wind kind, that is also helping a lot. So these elements, whatever I am talking, we measure it with the instruments which I showed you there. So these instruments are easy, everyone can practice it. These instruments measures the subtle energy in the place, and whatever these sound vibration emits, those vibrations are measured for harmonious living there. So this, with the singing bowl, you can always do. It is a much simpler task, easier to do it, their method. Space activation. Yes, we will see now space activation through plants. We see banana trees like being cut and used as a toran near the in all our marriages, in all functions, on the gateways of our house, temples, everything. Why? Because these anchors the cosmic flow into the space. They energize the cosmic energy, and with you will see it with the plantain there. That, because those has a shape which can change the bios energy of our human cellular level. So there are certain there are three BG3 energy which we say activated by research by Dr. Abdul Karim. He is an architect in Egypt. So he has found that research, and that research, our ancestors have been practicing it by using it. And the same thing, same banana, if at all you are growing it in front of your house, it is grounded to the earth, that will block the energy. So some people have, in some of my clients have banana trees planted in front of their house, like in the farm and other thing in front of their house. But the energies were totally blocked. Energy flow was blocked. Physically, you can move in, but the other energies, your emotional, mental, and spiritual energy has a block. So it's ideal not to keep it in the front, and also not in the northeast corner in a site. So that you better take care of that. Next one is a toran, which we do it in our main door. Every main door, during every function, we put it. Good to use a mango leaf. It has a property, bioenergy enriching property, and to use 12 numbers of leaf would be ideal. It attracts Guru's blessing. And we use a lot. I also used to do a lot. And when I asked my senior Balamurugan sir, he suggested 12 will be ideal, which adds up to 3. Guru's blessing will be always there. But to remove the that leaf once it is dried, because that will start accumulating negative energy. So, but we see in many houses it is all dried up. They don't feel like emotionally attached. They don't feel like it will be one function, and then the later function after 6 months they remove it. No, you should remove it. And nowadays we start finding similar thing in plastic. Plastic toran, no, it increases the static electricity. It actually blocks the energy over there. In some cases, we have actually removed the plastic. Nowadays, we see a lot of flowers also coming at like plastic. It looks very decorative always, 24/7, 365 days. So they don't want to change. They don't want to use that energy. So this plastic toran, better to avoid. It will block the energy which we are seeing there. Next one which we normally see in the front is the aloe vera. Aloe vera also emits positive radiation in that case, but only it is as a pot. When it is removed from that, it starts giving negative radiations over there. So some places I have seen them hanging there, and in some cases I have found it positive and also negative, mixed reactions. So when I had discussed this with our team there, my senior Balamurugan sir had told that aloe vera, when we are plucking, it should be plucked on the third day of moon. Moon Rampirai, we say it in Tamil. And that day we need to pluck it and we need to show it to the moon's energy over there. That will recharge that aloe vera and keep it as a shield. Then what happens? Then you can actually hang it in front of your house, and I think it will start having a shield on its own and it will emit positive radiation. This is one thing which you need to check. And each and every time we generally advise the things which I am saying now is observation which we have done in many of our sites. So, and we measure it with a tool. So you have also a technique to measure it. If at all you have learned Reiki or pranic healing, yes, you can also scan it and figure out how to measure those things. Space activation, plant number 4, Tulasi. Every house, if at all we have much more space, we plant it. Tulasi, we do puja around it. Yes, it increases the anions around it, and it has a quality of connecting to the pole star. It has the vibration towards that, and it gives a spiritual connect to the space in that. So, and one more thing, we should not just pluck the Tulasi leaf just like that. When you pluck it, those has a dead quality. You need to actually chant. You need to communicate with the plant. Not only with Tulasi, actually you need to communicate with all the plant whenever you are going to do some harm. Just plucking a flower or plucking a leaf. Just communicate with the plant, hold it, and then ask the permission, and then you can pluck it. So that's why earlier days they used to do the chanting, mantra chanting always while doing the puja and plucking these flowers or things. This will actually improve the bioenergy in a space. And along with that, touch me not, if at all you have it, along with that, if you have a space there, it also increases the biomagnetism in the human cells. Daily morning, placing hands on this plant will improve positivity in your body. So this actually gives a spiritual and materialistic connect in a space. So if at all you have a space in your a garden space in your house, please do use it. It helps a lot. One thing which I see in a lot of places, as an architect also, I have suggested in a lot of house unknowingly during my architectural tenure, is a money plant. Money plant is a strict no-no because it absorbs your bioelectromagnetic energy. It actually removes your muscular balance. You will get nerves problem. Nerves gets weak, and based on which direction it is placed, you will have an issue. Northwest head zone, issues like headache, hearing imbalance, brain functioning. Southwest will affect the vital zone of the persons there, kidney, reproductive organs, stomach. Southeast leg zone will have an impact, muscular cramps, sciatica. Northeast will have a psychic body, like absent-mindedness, like that kind of. So based on where it is there, it will have an impact on that part of our body. We have done some study with our client's place. And being an architect, I have suggested in a lot of my clients' place in my initial part of my career. But now, yes, I am telling them, whomever I am seeing them, please do remove it. And I show them with examples there. So money plant, it gives money to the doctors only. Please remove them if you have one. And space activation number 6 with the plants. Yes, one is a plumeria. That is a very good, it's also called as temple tree. You can actually plant it across the site, the boundaries. It actually starts cutting the negativity, negative spirits kind of thing. If at all you feel it, something over there, yes, you can start planting them. It helps cleansing them. It helps relieving them, transmute them. And there are multiple dimensions of spirit. So this will help remove some kind of things. So plumeria has a very good quality. You can use it in some of your sites in the corners. You can just plant it like a row over there before doing any development over there. And some space activation which we do as part of our lifestyle is that drishti, which we normally keep it at the side of our house, like cutting a lemon and keeping kumkum around it, we would have wondered. I myself have wondered why they are doing it. But after this science, studying the science, these kumkum with lemon, it actually gives a frequency of blood, which like mimics blood, and that way it stops the other negative energy to enter it. All the negativity, it's like a sponge. It absorbs the energy whichever comes in that vicinity. So just next to the door, when they keep, it absorbs anything which comes into that over there. And also they use charcoal, lemon, 1 lemon and 7 red chili in the front of the house. They hang it. That is like a Saturn Guru Mangal combination, which gives a positive cosmic energy. These removes the drishti also. They have chemical radiation also, but in terms of cosmic, the vibration which they emit, this has the planetary effect which protects the space over there. So, and one more thing is a lifestyle practice which we do is for the drishti, removing drishti. Like we use camphor, we use red chili, crystal salt. We do like a 3 times clockwise, 3 times anti-clockwise in a person at night. Why do we do it? Most of the houses, when I ask my clients, no, we don't have a practice. My grandma used to do it and like that. But what is happening? Our aura is surrounded with a lot of things, a lot of dirty energies in it. This bioplasmic layer has to be cleansed. It is not the shower which we take, it is a spiritual shower which we need to take. Water removes only the physical dirty, and this kind of thing, camphor, red chili, crystal salt, it absorbs the auric dirty energy there, and then you have to just throw it out, or throw it out in a running water, or if it is a camphor, light it in the outside the house. You will actually feel a big difference. Aura photography done with that, I have taken on a different note. Just for an example, I have kept this image on the right side. This is this kind of image happens before and after the cord cutting healing with the camphor when we do it. So after some time, you will actually feel energized over there. So just try it out in your house on these things. Yes, patterns. There are different patterns, space activation patterns, which we have done, which our forefathers had done. One is this Rangoli pattern, which we see. So these patterns, which we have also used in architecture, in all the temples, if you see, there are a lot of patterns done in stone and in paintings and other things. These actually creates a subtle sound vibration in the environment. We are just seeing the form, but this form creates a small sound vibration which activates the mental and psychic body. They are linked to our cellular structure, the DNA patterns. This Hans Jenny has done a research on cymatics, and that sound has the ability to heal the body. This form, like they have done a research with tonoscope, an edophone. It's a plate called Chladni plate. So in that plate, when they have kept some items and they have used the sound as a frequency there, it has created patterns. Those patterns, when they compared it, it is resonating along with the column design which we normally use. So what has happening? A sound is converted into a form. Similar way, our ancestors have used the form, giving out a sound energy. So when you are doing this pattern in front of your house, with a sprinkling of water and in the front, you actually clean the space, the entire street. Initially, they used to do it. What happens? You are actually engulfing the whole space with positive radiation. So anyone enters there is surrounded by that divine vibrations. So that is how it's the pattern. Now, still we find it in our villages and many places. People used to do that, not the rangoli which we talk about, but the rings, symmetric patterns which we actually created around it. So this has a subtle energy which comes out over there. And many patterns and symbols which we use in our house, like the Om symbol, we make mistakes. Om is a cosmic symbol. Better to use it only on the vertical surfaces, wall, and vertical surfaces, not on a door. I have seen a lot of places it is used in a door. It has to be in a static level. It has to be in a wall, and it should not be on a floor. It creates a negativity over there. Same way with swastik. Swastik can be in a floor, but not on a wall. You can see swastik in all the Tulasi thing there. They have done swastik. People think that all swastik and Om are positive symbols. Yes, it is positive, but the place where we use it, it creates positivity or it blocks the energy. So we have seen a lot of places with this swastik and things. There is a method to neutralize this vertical swastik also. You have to place a small circular bindi in the center of this. Yes, that will have an impact. It will change the swastik also. But ideal not to use it in the vertical way. So please try to remove, if at all you have one in our house in that manner. If at all you have it in the door, please do remove it. It actually blocks the energy, even if it is a small one there. Yeah. And yes, apart from this lifestyle and all the elemental, we will go into architectural elements, how we have used it. We have actually used the space activation through double doors. Double doors activates your left and right brain. It creates the male and female energy into that space. So all the traditional house had double doors. Nowadays, sorry, we can not find those things in the modern houses. And we do correction for that without changing the door. We do corrections that we will explain later. There. Another one thing which you can see it in old traditional house is the Nagabandham. There is actually a design like a small snake which you can actually see it in the door. Each one has it in a different heights. This one actually cuts the earth radiation, which I was talking about, the magnetic grid radiation which happening, and then other geopathic radiation. This actually cuts the radiation which is entering the house. So you can see it in the traditional house. They had practiced it with a proportion. So this is how they used it in that place there. Another one, space activation, which acts like a filter medium, was both the sides of the entry. They used to have a small lighting, just a small niche. Nowadays, it is missing in all the house. We have electrical light lamps around there. This light, which we have a ghee lamp or an oil lamp, whichever we light it after sunset, it actually filters the human radiation. It is actually placed at the heart chakra level. So anyone coming inside the house after the sunlight sun time, actually they should not be carrying any negativity inside the house. So what happens? This acts like a filter, like just like an air curtain inside a shopping mall, or that laser light, which is like this acts like a cutting medium. It actually neutralizes that. It disintegrates those energies. So that's why lighting a lamp was a ritual in each and every house. I used to see it in my village. In all the house, it was there, and we used to light it when I was a small child. Nowadays, no, I myself have forgotten that science there. But it is ideal. If at all we have a chance to do it now, yes, you can do it there. That activates. And another one, construction material which we used to do in architecture in the traditional practice was use of lime. Lime was used in all the things. In case of foundations, flooring, walls, everything. Lime has the capacity to cut the electromagnetic field from the earth. It cuts the geopathic stress lines there. And mud walls gives a breathing thing, and cow dung flooring removes the geopathic stress lines. These were some of the extensively used construction material in the olden days. Nowadays, yes, we are not finding them. Lime, it was there used for all the major construction and other things. Yes, they were also practicing this science. They had a different way of finding the things there. Cow dung, once we used to do it in the flooring. So what happens? It actually creates like a shield, a net in the floor. So what happens? It will not allow the negative radiations to come up. So that is the practice which we used in our things there. So I think this is the part thing. I think part one we can skip. I just gave you a basic introduction over there. So space activation, yes, I think you can do it with the methods which I have shown you there. The second part, maybe in the next meeting we can discuss over there. Yeah, so we can have some questions now. Yes, sir.
Anybody has got any questions? Please do ask. I have a question,
Yes, sir.
JP. What should not be done at home? Probably top 3, top 10 items.
Top 3. Not to talk negative, sir. First thing, don't think negative. And no clutter at house. What happens, we used to stack all our most of the thing is old books, old cloth, old the cardboard boxes. We used to stuff it inside. Old electronic items. Old electronic items, if we have, it is actually a Rahu energy. It increases chances of cancer in the house. So those are the things which we need to avoid. Clutter is the first thing. Clutter of electronic goods. Nowadays, we find a lot of cell phones at home, a lot of old tape recorders, old TV at home. Just throw it out. Even if it is not getting you any money, or just pay some person 100 rupees, 200 rupees and ask him to go and throw it out. It is going to give a different, it activates the Rahu energy, which will activate cancer energy in the house. So better that. And avoid negative thinking on that. It will, if at all you are doing that, this will keep the space healthier.
Thanks, JP. Any other questions?
Anyone having questions? Chat. What other hanging plants can be used? Yes, other than money plant, yes, you can go with other things there. We have found other ones working that we have seen. Beetle leaves also gives a good one, but not in an extensive manner there.
But what about say hardly philodendron or other plants that look like money plant?
Looking like money plant, what is that
They
one
are
which
the same family but a different genus.
can be used? Can be used.
Oh.
Yeah, can be used. If you have any doubt, maybe you can send the picture to me. Maybe I can scan it and then tell you also.
Okay.
Because there are some species which I have also checked in one of my client in Hyderabad place. They also looked similar to money plant, but they were positive.
Okay.
I didn't know the name. They also told it is a species of money plant, but they were positive.
Okay.
So that you can do it.
Okay. The other thing is, I live in a place where mango leaf cannot be put outside. It's a very cold place. So what happens is it just dries off very quickly. Like at morning put up, evening it dries off. So what do I that case?
Better not use it. That's all. Don't use it. There are other ways to attract positivity into a space. So it is not that, see, we use mango leaf. Why? Because it is part of the ritual which we have practiced. We are still figuring out when it started, how it is started there. So maybe I can find out some other method. Best way to activate is to have some symbols other than the swastik and other thing. We used to do lines as a symbol on the side of the doors. Activate the doors energy. That will help bring in the positivity into the house there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. If somebody is not at ground level and somewhere in third or fourth, should column be drawn only at ground level or works at top levels? Yes, it will work at top level also. It is in any level, it actually absorbs the energy from the earth. So you can do it at the top floor also. We live in the fourth floor, and my wife used to do the pattern here in the fourth floor itself. There, nothing there. Nowadays, we get a column pattern as a sticker also. So that also we have found in some places. Keep it clean. Keep it. One method is to wipe the floor with salt, crystal salt. Weekly once, it's also good. Once we do it, the anions in the space increases. That way, you can actually neutralize all the negativity generated by these plastics and other things. So that is also possible. If at all, many places they don't have enough time to do that. So they actually have stickers. They have done it in painting so that it is there for 2 months, 3 months like that. You can do it. It is always possible to do it.
Any particular direction where the plants have to be placed?
Within a house, sir?
So, in fact, normally we keep it at the windows.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah.
preferred to keep it at the windows or?
No, you can keep it at the windows. Sir, indoor plants, you can always keep it because they generate certain amount of oxygen and other things. That's why they are kept, and also visually they are enriching your mind over there, seeing freshness, green over there. So that can be kept based out of your functional requirement over there. So that is not at all a problem there.
Okay.
Keeping plants
And
increases
what
the
about
prana
the
shakti.
plots? The
In the
pots
plots.
have to be, I think the broken pots is not supposed to be kept, right?
Anything broken starts giving out a negative vibration because it has lost its homogeneous material there. How it was formed, there is actually a vibration which is started there. So the crack actually disturbs that. So anything in a crack, no, it actually starts disturbing the original vibration it had there. So it is always difficult. That's why a small crack in the murti, Bhagwan's murti, also we suggest them to throw it. But most of the time what happens, it is emotionally attached. This is my friend's given, I went to Himalayas, I purchased it, like those kind of emotional attachment comes into place. So you need to continuously keep it energized by doing some puja or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And what is the best material for the pots?
Best material for the pot?
Because nowadays in Bombay, you mostly get these plastic containers actually.
Correct, sir.
That's the reason. But previously, it used to be of mud.
Correct.
But now, in the last 2 decades, it's become plastic only. And
Correct.
I think plastic does not attract the positive vibrations as much as mud would do actually.
Correct.
In fact, it doesn't take off the negative vibrations, I would say. Actually.
The breathing doesn't happen there, sir. The mud has to breathe there. That doesn't happen in the plastic one there. That is there. But because given a situation, plastic, yes, you can always use it. What's the main thing is having it in a mud pot in itself is restricting the roots energy over there. So that itself has restricted that vibration over there. So there is a small part of negativity in a pot also there. But we are trying to see, make the positivity to overwhelm than this negativity over there. So having a plastic, as long as you are planting and maintaining that pot, that would be ideal, sir. Don't just leave it to dry. That's the only thing which I suggest.
Okay. Thank you.
You can always replenish with the proper manure and other things, which will always keep the energy going over there. And yes, one suggestion for a place is you can use the what do you say that charcoal also in drainage places, sir. Wherever there is a water drainage and other things, no, you can actually use it. It actually stops the drain part over there. Maybe wherever the plants and other things, the water drain places are there, you can put it. That energy can be kept properly shielded there. Maybe this one I will get back to you, sir. Maybe you can just send a message to me. So I will just find out with my seniors how to reach out, because these are the challenges which we have in modern day, how to energize each and everything. Thanks, sir. Thanks for asking on that. Yes, one more question which Ms. Ponnamal, yes, mango leaves thoranam, when can be removed? Yes, if we find that it is dried, mango leaves which is dried, just remove it. So that is the indication of it there. That one, and also the lemon, whichever it is kept over there, it is kept for years and other things. So that also you can remove it. You can churn it every month or every week, like that itself. That's possible.
JP Krishna here.
Yes.
JP, you were mentioning about that electronic and electrical things which should not be kept in the house. What if suppose somebody has so much of electronics, because today's modern world is full of electronics
Yes, sir.
things, right? So
Yes.
when you have say 4 5 TVs, or for example, I'm talking about a Google Wi-Fi speaker,
Yes.
a home theater. So many electronic items are there in the house, which we use it or we may not use it, or occasionally it is being used.
It is in running
So,
condition, right, sir?
yeah, correct.
You have not kept it removed from the electric grid and kept it inside a cupboard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you,
So,
you can suggest.
no,
Maybe
all the
don't call me sir. I'm your
uh,
classmate.
oh, Krishna. Okay, fine. Yeah. See, all these electrical gadgets which we use, we have there are electromagnetic reflective radiation protection instruments which is available in market. So you can put it there, which will actually ground the EMF radiations. In
You
case,
have done in few of the
yes,
electronic.
I generally give it to all my clients. We do have a small copper plate which we use it to keep it in the mobile phones and also in TV, back of the TV. So that will actually neutralize the TV's electromagnetic radiations. And we use small marbles to neutralize mobile tower radiation. We keep it on all four corners of its legs so that the radiation coming out is stopped. So we use marble. Why? Because it's a natural element and it resonates with the human body cells there, and it creates a proper shield around the mobile tower there. So that way we actually some of my clients, just by neutralizing the mobile tower, their health improved, and they were like 7 to 8 years without child. They conceived there. So after doing this correction on the mobile tower, they have conceived there. So the mobile
How
tower
to
has
find the negativities in the place?
how to find a negativity in a place. Yes, that will
A
be
normal
shown.
person, you have the instruments with you,
Correct.
but as a normal layman,
Yes.
how do we find the negative energies, and what is the what is positivity which we can bring in? Maybe you have told all the ways and means, but how to find out that we are surrounded more of negative energies?
Yes, that is
And also, how to find the negative energy in the human?
negative energy. Now, this is a PhD topic here. Okay, so see, negativity in a place. See, ultimately, whatever you start thinking, if at all it is not manifesting, then what happens? There is some kind of a block in that space. So we need to figure out what is the block. If at all I have the block in one, but if I think one in the house, and if I go to the office and if I am not able to manifest those things, there is some kind of a block in one of the place, whichever is there. So slowly you can start identifying that. So it is ultimately what I think I should be able to deliver it, the right thing which I am manifesting over there. If I am not able to, then there is some kind of a block happening in there. And if there is a health imbalance, continuous health imbalance in a place, then yes, that is one sign of negativity. There is an easier method which healers we use. You can just start connecting, face north, stand still, and then close your eyes. Think of a question on that. If at all you are pulled in the front, yes, it is positive. If at all it is pulling you towards back, it is negative. Just think about it. Think of your place. Is it positive? Yes. If it is pulling you in the front, yes, it will show you positive. This is one way which Dr. Judy Jacka has written in Vivax's book. So you can also check it. Dr. Judy Jacka, author, Vivax's book. She has given this method how to do it with the simple exercises. You can always measure it. You don't need any tools. You can use it just with your hands. You can just hold your hands, and when you start concentrating on the site energy, the hands will actually rotate. It is something like you are standing and you are holding. Your hands will actually start moving clockwise or anti-clockwise. You can try it. That method she has told. Without instruments, you can practice it. Anyone can practice it.
How about other household items? Say, suppose if we are renovating a house, or if we are painting the house, or any sorts of thing,
Yes.
we normally most of the time I have those, old doors or something reserved for I kept it for the future repairs or something like that, the bits and pieces, whatever left behind by the painters or carpenters or whatsoever, like plywoods. So all those things are suggestible to be kept, or is it to be thrown away?
If at all you are not using it, better throw away. And if at all there is a renovation happening at house, always do a homa after the renovation. A small breaking of the house and doing a painting.
Homa again. How
Yes.
frequently we should do the homas at our place?
Ideally, every year doing homa every year is good. During Agnihotra is doing daily, so that will also help.
Homas is suggested.
I would suggest you to do Agnihotra. Agnihotra you can practice every week. You can make it like every week.
I'm unable to hear JP. Is it only for me or for everybody else as well?
No, we are fine.
Sir, yeah, can you hear now?
JP is audible.
Yes.
Yeah, he is audible. I think his connectivity must be some problem. He should go out and come back.
Okay.
So that is technical glitch.
No, doing homa, that's why we generally suggest after doing energy correction, do a homa, because that is something like you are recharging the space. So every year doing a homa is always good. And one better one is Agnihotra. Take an Agnihotra kit and you can do it every week, once in a week. If at all it is possible for you to do it daily, that is much better. It keeps you always in a healthy mode over there. It actually neutralizes an area of around 5 square kilometers. That's what is the research which they have done. Homa Therapy India group have done 5 square kilometers. That's what the research they have done there. And this way you can you have an option to do it daily, or choose a day. Sunday morning I will do it, or Sunday evening I will do it. That's also fine. One of my friend used to do it every Friday evening, and she finds it very peaceful, and she has actually got success in a lot of things which she is taking it right now. So doing it regularly is the thing. Practicing it is not an issue. Practicing it regularly is a question which we need to take care.
How frequently this Agnihotra has to be done? Like you said,
daily two times during Sandhya, sunrise and sunset time. Sunrise and sunset time. So maybe if you are interested, maybe you can message me. I can send you all the data which I have on that. So it's a very interesting one. Everyone can do it. Your son, your daughter can do it. That anyone.
Coming back to the children's, how about is there anything to do to better their educational values?
Educational values. Keep your space, energy. Those things needs to be checked with your horoscope, and also other things also there. Now maybe we, if at all we see as a space, once you have energized the space, see what you can think is your kids' education which you are talking. Yes, hold the water, hold the water. Yes, take it, hold it. Just send in your wishes. Just bless the water. Water has a lot of memory. Bless it with energy. So then take it, sprinkle it. It actually has an immense power. It is not like you have to go to a temple, get the Tirtha water, do it. Ganga Jal. Ganga Jal is actually best. But you cannot go to Ganga often there. So do it. You yourself is a pure Atma. It has energy. You can energize and you will feel the difference. It is not like a miracle. It is not like in a single day you will get it. You will get it within 21 days. That is for sure. 21 days, continuous practice daily. So you practice it, then you can actually tell. There is one question from Vidya. When there is a block in horoscope, how much effect will corrections have? Yes. When there is block in horoscope, this energy correction in the space will help relieve those blockages in your horoscope. So that is for sure. If at all you are practicing it regularly, that will relieve those things. And using the right planetary combination of this correction, because some people in horoscope, it will be a Guru issue, it will be Venus, or it will be a Mars issue. We need to check which is having an issue in that, and accordingly doing a homa or a ritual in the house will cleanse it. So use of the material will always do it, and chanting of that particular planetary thing will also help. Chanting in that particular room, in that particular puja room, or in the child's room will also help. So we need to know which is that horoscope. So if you can also put chanting mantra also, but you need to identify which is the planet. That way you are engulfing the entire volume with that energy, and you are supplying that deficiency to that person there. So they are able to come out of that block much faster. Possible.
How about food habituals, like vegetarian, non-vegetarian? Does it have an impact?
You can have anything. You can have.
Does it have an impact?
It will have an impact, because non-vegetarian energy is nothing but life. You have taken off little grown-up life. The plant is also having a life, but non-veg kind of thing, an animal or bird which you have killed also has an energy, a memory in it. That's why it takes a little longer time for you to digest, because they are also hard. So that's why they say don't eat non-veg before going into a temple, because what happens, your energy is totally concentrating to digest that energy there. So instead of concentrating on the divine power, accumulating, pulling in all the positive radiations into the cell, your cellular energy is going to disintegrate these non-vegetarian food dishes there. So that is the reason why they say not to have it. Have a lighter food and then have it later at that time there. But whatever we think, wherever our mind goes, all the things starts manifesting accordingly in that direction. So whenever you are praying, pray for the right energy, for the right element. But if at all you are praying like in the front of the God, yes, after praying this, I am going to have chicken biryani, then gone. Your energy is entirely just chicken biryani only there. So even in front of the God, your energy mind is over there. So keep pure in that mind. Having chicken or mutton or anything is not at all a problem, but it reduces the amount of energy, the cosmic energy coming into your cells. That's the main reason. Any other questions related to space?
So I think any other questions, you may direct it to JP. He should be able to advise it.
You can
give the answers.
You can note down my number, 9972 531 432.
You may kindly send it in the chat as well.
Yes, sir. I have just sent it in the chat. 9972 531 432. If at all you have any site or anything which is having an impact, you can message me, WhatsApp me. So those energies we can check it from distant.
Okay, so with that, we'll conclude today's session. JP, thank you so much for this great information. And also thanks for answering all the questions patiently. Thank you. We would like to have many more sessions like this moving forward. Different parts to part 2, 3, 4. Certainly would like to have that. So thank you so much for today's session. Highly appreciate. On behalf of Acts of Kindness team, all the members and the people who are participating here, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, all participants.
Thank you, JP.
Thank you.